It's on. Yes, the microphone is on. And so is the conference. Welcome, guys.
Hello.
Good morning. Are you ready for Rome? Yes. All right, that's good. Well, it is wonderful to see all of your faces this morning. I'm glad you made it through the wild Roman traffic. I barely made it myself, but here we are, and I am so excited that we're going to be spending these 2 days together. My name is Guro Røberg, and I have the absolute honor of guiding you guys through these days, as I have been for the past 7 years. So for me, this is really the highlight of my year. So thanks for not getting rid of me.
Well, thank you.
But let's see who we have here. If it's your first Intersection conference, raise a hand. Very, very warm welcome. It's wonderful that you want to be part of this movement, community, bunch of weirdos, think tank. I don't really know what to call it, but I can guarantee it's a good time. Does that mean that the rest of us have been here before? Right. So all newbies, look to us veterans and we can guide you through the experience. And I know it's a special event this year. It's a special history that we're bringing with us, and to take us through a little bit how we got to where we are, I'm going to hand it over to Milan.
Thank you. Yeah, so welcome everyone. So our theme this year is the enterprise on the edge. And we were thinking about themes, for this occasion. What do we mean really by on the edge? What does it mean? We have cutting edge, right? So we have enterprises that are very forward-thinking, very progressive, doing something like no one else does. So we will hear from Sonia later today about strategic narratives, for example. I'm not really sure what she's doing here on the picture, but it's definitely cutting edge.
Mustn't be.
We'll also have enterprises that are on edge. Right, so we will hear from Jared later today about enterprises that need some therapy. This is actually, I think, an enterprise that is called enterprise therapy somewhere in America. So we will hear about enterprises that, are challenged, that are maybe in a crisis, that have a difficult context to operate in, that need to be creative in order to continue to exist, maybe. And we also will hear about Edgy. Edgy is our open source toolkit for designing better enterprises. Jean-Sébastien will actually talk about, I think tomorrow, about how to use Edgy to do enterprise design and to design better enterprises. So we have these three interpretations of the enterprise on the edge. I think we have a very diverse and cool program this year. We just put out the call for contributions, and one sign that the community is very vibrant is that we usually put a deadline, and then on the day of the deadline we get all the contributions. But this year we got them weeks before. So people were very, very keen to get their case studies in. We are also very happy that Edgy is being adopted and used, so we will hear a lot about how to use it. But we also have, just to be clear, enterprise design is not just Edgy. It's all sorts of tools and methods and approaches and so on. So whether you use Edgy or not, if you are designing better enterprises, you do enterprise design. So we learned today that our keynoter is still on a bus. so we might have to adapt the program a little bit. We also just learned that tomorrow apparently there's a public transport strike. Just so you know, if you want to have contingency plans to get here. Yeah, so welcome to Rome, and so we will hear a little bit about Edgy today. This is Edgy, by the way, if you haven't seen it yet. It's 3 facets and their intersections and elements to design better enterprises, common language. So we will use this language, I think, quite a bit during this conference. What else? There might be even a revelation of some new Edgy. We'll see. And so this is the 10th intersection conference.
This is the 10th intersection conference, and maybe that's a good point to celebrate. So why not give the founder of the movement? So Milan, you started this movement 12 years ago with writing the famous, infamous book, Intersection, and it's the 10th conference. We've been on this trip together for 6 years now, so at half of the time we made it and we are still here, so sometimes it was bumpy. And I just want to thank you, and maybe all of you could give a big hand to the founder of this movement, and let's celebrate the 10th anniversary of the Intersection Conference.
Yeah, so we have been around. Thank you. Last year, Vienna. We have been to Prague, Barcelona, Paris, Berlin, Copenhagen, Stockholm. And it's mostly because we like to visit cities, and meet with our friends in these cool locations. This, by the way, is our YouTube channel. So if you want to look at content from the past, we always film everyone. Also, if you're a speaker, you didn't know, you're going to be filmed and put on YouTube. If you don't like that, just tell us, then we won't put it online. So today we have, we'll see whether we have the keynote first or maybe the second talk first. Depends on, we might have our keynote first, actually. Very dramatic. So, so we will have, we are definitely on edge. Just to be very transparent, there are 2 tracks. The main track that is on the left side here is in this room, and the other track that is on the right side is in a different building. If you don't know how to get there, just ask our volunteers at the reception, and they will guide you. It's basically just, I would say a 3-minute walk from here, and that's where the workshops are. And then within that building, you will have to go to the Aula Multimediale. And if you meet someone, if you're lost and you meet someone, it's quite likely actually, but if you meet someone and you ask for the Aula Multimediale, they will show you how to get to the workshop. So this is today. So we will have our keynote. We will talk about enterprise therapy, strategic narratives. We will talk about Edgy. We will talk about architecture. We will have our 2 keynotes today, and tomorrow we will also have 2 keynotes. In the morning there might be a little surprise about Edgy, it's the same organization, right? So we will have 2 workshops and 6 talks and 2 keynotes. So this is the structure of the conference. Tonight you might want to stay a little bit because there will be a drinks reception here. We hope for nice weather. We'll see whether he agrees with us. Yeah, and we are very happy to have our 3 keynoters. We have Gulay from Istanbul, we have Simone from Rome, and we have Klaus from Vienna. Yeah, we always try to get very forward-thinking people to give our keynotes to inspire our community. And I think we succeeded. So this is coming up. I would really like to thank our sponsors for making this happen. So we have Qualiware. You can see what Qualiware does and how you can use Edgy with Qualiware. Just next to the reception, they have a demo, how to use Qualiware with Edgy. It's an enterprise modeling tool. And friends, EDA, and I would also like to thank Lumsa University for hosting us. Yeah, so that's it. With that, I think we are ready for our first keynote.